Hello and welcome to our 10th project, and in this project we are going to work on multiple image tracking. That is, we are going to make an augmented reality flashcard application wherein teachers, they will be having A card, B card, C card in schools for kindergarten children to teach alphabets, and whenever they take their mobile or iPad and running our application, if they hold it in front of A, automatically an aeroplane will fly up. If they keep it on B, automatically a 3D ball will come out. If they hold it on C, a car is going to come out. So here in one application we are going to have multiple images, and in this example we are going to start with 3 images, that is A, B and C, and I want every one of you to try 3 alphabets, not the same ABC, but like D for duck or E for elephant. For D add a duck model, E add a elephant model, and for F add a fish model. Like this, I want you to customize it with different alphabets. So to begin with this project, if you log in into Blender Studio, if you come over to the lesson or to your YouTube link, in the description actually I have provided you with a Google Drive link, and when you click on this link, actually going to take you to this abc_assets.zip. Click on the download button and download these assets. Now you have abc_assets.zip. You right click and you just unzip it. I am using WinRAR here. You can just extract all the files, and inside this you can now see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 folders. So what I will do is I select all these 6, cut this. Now come to your hard disk, and in your hard disk now create a new folder and call this folder as AR_flashcards, and in it you paste it. So when you paste this, see you have first the aeroplane folder which contains aeroplane model, ball folder where you have the ball model, car folder where you have the car model. Then in images you have target images that we are going to use, and in library they are all the JavaScript files. I have put it in this library, and in sound I have added some 3 sounds for sound effect, and with all this content present, the only 2 files that we need to create now is, one is right click here, new text document, and I am going to call this as index.html and click yes here. Then I will right click again, and in new text document, the second file I am going to now call as main.js. If you have Visual Studio Code, you can use Visual Studio Code and continue this coding. Till now we had done this coding only by using Notepad. The only disadvantage with Notepad is, in Notepad you doesn't have proper formatting and line numbers. So for this purpose we are now going to use an application called as Notepad++. Go to this Notepad++, and here you can download the application. So here you can come to this download page here, and you can click the very first one, 8.6.9. You click on the installer here, and when I click on the installer, it gets downloaded. So I can start the download, and once it is downloaded, just double click to install it. So this is a very simple installation. Click next and leave all the options on here, even on localization also. Click next and click on install. So now I have installed this package Notepad++ for working on this code. So if you are on Mac, then there is another application called as TextMate. For Mac, this is also a free application. You can download this TextMate for Mac OS and you can use it. So once my Notepad is installed, now see it is already installed, I can click finish and this notepad is going to open. So this change log is open. Right now I will close this. To keep it in dark mode, I will go to settings in notepad and go to preferences, and here in this option you have one dark mode, and here I will select dark mode and close. I will just resize it, and now come over to my AR flashcards folder, drag this index.html and main.js into the notepad here, and you can see both the files are now open and both are an empty file. And now I am going to start with index.html, and I am going to type the same code which we used it in the last time. That is, I will start with HTML open tag, then I am going to add the HTML close tag, and inside this HTML tag, now I will press enter, press tab, and I am going to call for this head tab, and I am going to next add the closing head tag. I will also add the body tag, and I will close the body tag. So we have made the body tag, head tag ready, and in the head tag now I am now going to add my meta tag. I will add the meta tag, and I will give name equal to viewport. I will close the inverted comma. You can see here how the color code helps us and prompts us. See, if I type content and I am going to type equals, and in two inverted comma in between that I will set width equal to device width, and then comma I am going to set the initial scale to 1.0. Okay, so this is the meta line that I have added. So after this I am now going to add a title card, and I am going to close this title card, and in between this title tag I am going to type AR flashcards for alphabets A, B and C. Okay, I have to import my script. So I am going to type the script tag, and I will also close this tag here, and inside this script tag I am going to set its source equal to, in open close inverted comma, the source I am going to use here is, see, if you come to your folder, inside the libs folder I have provided you with all the required file, and the very first script we call in index.html is our augmented reality script. So I am now I will right click on this name, choose rename, I will select this entire name with .js, right click and copy this. Now I will come in the src here, and I am going to type period and /, and this is inside the libs folder, and inside the libs folder now I am going to paste this link. Okay, this is the first script that we are using. Then I will come to the next line, and in the next line again I am going to add another script, and I am going to close this script tag, and here the source I am going to use is in inverted comma, again here period /, and in the root folder itself I have main.js. Okay, and after this, apart from this script, I also want to add some styling to my body before I start, and I will also close this style tag. So we are not writing any external CSS, we are writing the style directly here, and inside this style tag I am going to press enter, and the element we are going to use is HTML comma body, and for this element in open close flower bracket, inside this now we are going to declare the styles. The very first style I am going to declare here is position, and I am going to set the position to relative. I will end it with semicolon, then I am going to set margin equal to 0 semicolon, then I am going to set its width colon to 100% and I will end it with semicolon, and I am going to set overflow equal to hidden and I will end it with semicolon. So I have made my HTML file ready. So after making this ready, I will go to file and I will choose save. So my HTML file is ready. Now next I am going to come to my main.js file. The very first line here is I am going to declare a constructor 3, and this construction 3 will be equal to window period mind.ar period image and period 3. I am going to import this component and I will end it with semicolon. And after this, I need one more component here, because in 3JS now, in our previous session, we created the models like plane, cube directly in our application. But in this application, we are going to load an external ready-made model. Now actually, to load an external ready-made model, if you come to the website of 3js.org, so if I come to this website, I will come to documentation, and in documentation, if you scroll down and in its loaders, these are the different kind of loaders that are available to you. And if I come to search, if I type GLTF, now you can see in loaders, you have this GLTF loader. And we want this GLTF loader to be added now. If you download 3JS, say in this 3JS master, if you open this, inside this you will have examples here. You have JSM folder, and in JSM you have loaders, and in this loader you have one folder file called GLTF loader.js. But as of now, you need not copy this, because in AR flashcards folder and libs folder, I have already given you this GLTF loader. Now only thing you have to do is you have to call this file into your main.js file. I'll come back to my Notepad++. In the first line itself, I am now going to import in open close flower brackets the name of this component. The name is GLTF loader. So I am going to import GLTF loader, and from where am I going to import it? I have to give the path now, and the path is in /libs folder. I have provided you with the file. If you come here, GLTF loader.js file, right click on rename, select this entire file, right click and copy it. Come over here and after libs paste this. So I have to add the path of this second file, and I am going to save this file. Now the next thing is, before I start building this application, first I have to make my target image code ready. We are going to come to the website just like we did it last time. I am going to come to this mind.ar website. And if you come to this mind.ar.js website, this is a GitHub page. When I click on this, in this GitHub page, this is hukimgithub.io mind.ar.js doc. This file, this link you have to come, and in tools, in image target compiler, now I will come back to my folder, and in our AR flashcards folder, inside the images, we have this A, B and C images. So now what I have to do is first drag this A image into this window over here. Then I will select this B image and I will drag it. The order is very important. First is A, then B, then I will come here and I will add the C image. So I have added all the three images. Now I will click on the start button. So when I click on the start button, see, this is going to process the 3 images, and once the image is processed, it is going to create an marking like this. So you have the markings code here, and similarly if I take image 2, it has its own marking code here, and then you have image 3 here which has the marking code here. Okay, so these 3 images, image 1, image 2 and image 3, the coding has been done, and now I will click on download compile, and when I click on download compile, now all these 3 files are downloaded and you get a file called targets.mine. Now I am going to right click on this and I am now going to rename this as abc.mine. Then I will cut it from here. I will come into my folder, AR flashcards folder, and inside this I am going to paste it. So our file, that the tracked file of our 3 images is now ready. We are going to start this code by adding document, then add event listener, and then in open close bracket, the document event listener that we are going to add is in open close inverted commas. I am going to call for this DOM content loaded. Okay, and I am going to, with this, as soon as the DOM content is fully loaded, after that only I want my application code to get executed. So we have added an event listener which is going to wait till all the content is loaded, and afterwards for our code to execute we will put a callback function in open close bracket, then equals greater than sign, and in open close flower bracket. Inside this flower bracket our entire code is going to now get executed. Okay, now before we continue, I now want to test this for any errors. We are going to launch our simple web server, and in this simple web server we will create a new server, and the folder path here I am going to choose my AR_flashcards folder where I am working right now. I have chosen this folder. I will click on select folder, and then I will enable accessible on local network, and I am going to click create server. So this server is now running on port number 8080. So after doing this, I will come back to my WebAR folder where I had this ngrok.exe file. If you have not downloaded it, so you can go to website ngrok, and from this ngrok you can create an account and download this. Okay, so I will now double click ngrok.exe, and here I am going to type ngrok, then http, then http / then localhost 8080. So I have enabled this. I will press enter, and now I have my open link. I can copy this link and share it on my mobile and on all the devices. As soon as I click on this link is going to open, and here I will click on visit site, and now my site has been opened. I will right click and come to inspect to see for errors. I will come to the console window, and the very first error I am seeing here is cannot use import statement outside a module. And why I am getting this error is, if you come back to your index.html, we had declared this second script main.js, but we failed to add one parameter to it. The parameter we have to add here is type equal to in inverted comma module. Okay, and I am going to go to file and save it, and then I will again refresh it. So now you can see you doesn't have any errors now, but there is a warning saying that the key initial scale 1 is not recognized. Well, this is because again if you come to HTML, in this meta name I had used in content initial scale, it's not -1, it is equal 1. So this was an error that I had done. So I will correct this, go to file, save this, and now again I will refresh it. This warning as of now you can ignore it, because the problem is, see, we are importing 3.js through this main.js image3 prod.js, and also in our this lesson we are importing GLTF loader.js, and this GLTF loader.js is also coming from 3.js. That's why it is showing this warning. So you need not worry about this warning. We are now ready to build our application. So this, let us continue in our next session. Thank you.